Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityormamritam gamaya.
Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityormamritam gamaya.
Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityormamritam gamaya.
Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityormamritam gamaya. Sahanavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviyam Karavavahai Tejasvinavudhitamastu Ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityormamritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Good afternoon. How are you all doing? Keeping well? So please see page number 74 for today's quote. The second quote in the page. Very simple and terse quote. Any action that makes us go Godward is a good action and is our duty. Any action that makes us go downward is evil and is not our duty. Very simple. No explanation is needed here. What is a good action, bad action? If you have any doubt ever, this is a statement. We have to see the actions that we perform. Do they really help us progress towards the truth or not? If it doesn't, avoid action and bring the right action into practice. So we all, as beings, for that matter, every creature on this planet Earth, is seeking only one thing. What is that seeking? What is our desire? What is our ultimate longing? Eternal peace and eternal happiness. Yes or no? But if you look at our lives, from cradle to grave, it is all struggle, struggle, struggle. Struggle and peace, they cannot coexist. Struggle must cease if you really want to experience peace. But if you just look at our lives, the present condition is just struggle, it's battle. So peace and battle cannot go together. So our philosophers have found out that nothing in this universe is perfect. Nothing physical is perfect. Nothing psychological is perfect. What is perfect? Only the spiritual is perfect. Only the spirit is perfect. The perfection belongs to the realm of the spirit only. Creation is eternally imperfect. Only Creator is perfect. We all have come from the Creator, from God, and unto God we need to return. That is our last destination. Everybody is moving in that direction only. A vast majority unconsciously, a minuscule minority consciously. Vivekananda beautifully says, I leave how of things to children. My question is why? Today we study the body, how it functions, its physiology, anatomy, biochemistry, how it functions. The question is how. And also with regard to the external universe, also we explore it. How the universe operates, what are the physical forces that are there. And many forces we have found, and basing on those principles, physical principles, we have invented so many things in the hope of enhancing our quality of life, to make life more comfortable, more joyful. The last 150 years, how many new inventions we have brought into our system. But have we succeeded in enhancing the quality of life to the extent that we hoped for? It has not happened, right? Happened? It has not happened. 30 years back, 40 years back, to bring water in a typical Indian village, women would go to 3 kilometers, 4 kilometers from nearby stream or pond, sometimes wells, you have to draw water. A lot of physical force, you had to use. Even to make idli means, you know what is that, the pestle and mortar. Our mothers used to do, my mother used to do, your mothers used to, right? No grinder at that point of time. 1 hour it would take just to make the atta itself. So life has become more comfortable. Today I'll just switch everything, you just press the switch, things are ready for it. But still, the suffering has shifted. That time suffering was physical because you had to toil and work hard. But now it has shifted to a psychological plane. Competition, struggle, comparison. So that has, right? We could not enhance the, happiness in our lives to the extent that we hoped for through all this technology. So the reason is perfection is not there in this physical world. Perfection belongs to the realm of the eternal. See, the highest generalization of people have arrived at because they wanted an explanation for this universe. Why? Swamiji says, why? Why this universe? And the explanation that they have got is, it is all God's play, God's sport, God's leela. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was having a wonderful conversation with Nandalal Bose. He was a great artist of that times. He was contemporary to Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Nandalal Bose. They were having a conversation. And in the process, during the conversation, he had asked Sri Ramakrishna why there is so much of suffering, from where this universe has come. So Sri Ramakrishna said, it's all play and leela of the Lord. You see, sport. That is the highest generalization that they have arrived at. And then Nandalal Bose said, maybe it is sport for him, maybe it is play for him, maybe it is leela, but it is such a source of suffering for us. To me, he said, right? God is actually entertaining himself at our cost. Right? So Nandalal Bose said that, perfectly fine if he plays, but that is such a great trouble to me. Then Sri Ramakrishna said, Tumi ke, Bengali, who are you? You always say I. What do you mean by that I? What does it refer to? Does it refer to physical body? Does it refer to your mind? Or there is something else? Investigate into the nature of the I. That's called, turning inward. And then the spiritual life begins for people. Investigate into the nature of the I. All the suffering that comes to us comes because of this I. If you investigate into the nature of this I and the source of the I, it disappears. Because it is a ghost. Ego is a ghost. It doesn't really exist. Sri Ramakrishna gives a beautiful example of onion. You keep on peeling layer after layer. Nothing remains in the end. There is no central rind. He also gives the example of plantain stem. Plantain stem is not a real stem, right? It's a leaf modification. Those who are from botany background, they understand. It's a leaf modification. We keep on peeling plantain stem. Leaf after leaf, layer after layer comes, and ultimately nothing is there in the end. Similarly, this ego or individuality, this aham or I, you investigate into its nature, it disappears. Then what you will find there? You are already God. You are never separate from God. The wave and the ocean are eternally inseparable. That wave, whatever may be the suffering that we get in life, we can never be separated from God. It's impossible. Just as you cannot separate wave from the ocean, we can never be separated from God. No, for sure. We never die. Only bodies change. This body will go, another body comes. We are eternally immortal, immutable and immortal. Have this idea in mind, all fear will go away. It's okay? Our relationship with God is like this, wave and ocean. Always our Father is with us, but now we have become wave and we think we are separate from Him. That is our ignorance. This ego makes us believe that we are separate from our true existence. You drop it and you just merge into the ocean. You become one with that. So annihilation of the ego is not actually a death of the being. It is expansion into the infinite. But most people are not prepared for that annihilation or letting go of ego because they think that that is their individuality. When the individuality goes, they will die. No, no, no. That is a fictitious pseudo-individuality. When you drop that, you will never die. You will expand into the infinite. Thank you. Have a nice afternoon. This much for today.